Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of the day you may be watching this show. It's great to be back in the hot seat. Welcome to Weighted to Win. Obviously 8 races out at the Big T today, and we're really looking forward to this card. I think there's 1 or 2 backable horses at decent prices. Don't forget, we'd love to engage with you. Our WhatsApp number is on the screen for you to chat to us, and not forgetting about the Twitter handle. We're available over there or online, 4racing.tv, channel 240 on DSTV, and recently we've launched on YouTube as well. So you won't miss a heartbeat when it comes to the Weighted to Win clips, and it's just great to have you on board. Just before I do go any further, I just want to give you an updated track condition out at Turffontein. 8 races. The first race goes off at 12:30. If you are going to be staying with us, mostly sunny conditions. It's a glorious day in Johannesburg. No rainfall to report the last 24 hours or 7 days. A bit of irrigation, 6 mils the last 24 hours, and the last 7 days has been 15 mils, and the track condition has been reported at 21. The penetrometer reading, that is, track condition obviously being good, and I think all systems go. If you can get a stealer break off the top of the lane, you might just be in with a winning chance. False rail, 0 on the back straight, 2 meters on the bend, and a 2-meter spur at the 500-meter marker. So on the dog leg, there is a 2-meter spur which will allow for even playing all round. 2 great guests with us, 2 familiar faces on channel 240. Darren Burrows, I'll start with on the line. Darren, thanks for joining us. A good day yesterday at Hollywood Bets Gravel on the poly track. One horse killed us, Imilienza Yokadaduma.
Yes, a punter-friendly card. I think a lot of people won money. A lot of favourites arrived, and our best bet did arrive as well. And the last race I did mention, Lucretius is the value at 16 Rand a win. He arrived in style. So I hope that we can follow up again today.
Beautiful stuff. All right, so hopefully if you followed the guys, you would have made some money. Daryl Marie's joined us again. Thanks very much. I know that we're chatting off air. Emilienza Yokadaduma, if that arrives, they can't pay. But overall, I thought it was a friendly card. I know that the poly track can be tricky, but you found them. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Brendan. Treats at the punters are very friendly. You know, we fell at the last hurdle, but we're back to fight another day, and I look forward to previewing this Turffontein inside track meeting. It really is one of my favorite tracks, so let's hope I'm able to take advantage of it.
Lovely. Looking forward to this card. The betting in the first, 13-10, Miss Soho. Number 4, 3, Regina Bellissima has gone 18-10. And really looking forward to this opener because it's going to come down to jockeyship, I would imagine. Trent Mayhew looking for his first win in the work riders ranks. And then you've got Sam Masia, who's as hard as they come. Been there, done that, got the T-shirts. Let's go and ask Darren Burrows what he thinks in the first. The betting's telling us it's a 2-horse race.
It does look that way on form, you know, but I'm going with the experienced work rider, Sam Masia in the saddle. Number 3, Regina Bellissima. From a good draw, she likes to run handy. I think Sam Masia is going to give her every chance, and the main danger will come from Miss Soho. I know only start over the 1400 was disappointing, but I think she'll see it out, especially on pedigree, and the best of the rest up the Irish and Platinum Run.
All right, thanks very much to Darren Burrows. Let's go and get the input of Daryl Marie. Does look to be a 2-horse race on paper. Obviously, it's never that simple in the work riders ranks because we know in the early parts they can really go quickly and you don't want them to be cutting throats. But what are we doing over here? Are we following Sam?
Yes, I have to favour Sam. 130-odd wins versus 0 by Trent Mayhew. Obviously, Trent's still learning his trade and he's going to have his winners in time to come. But Sam's the man of the moment. Recently, I mean, his last 20 rides have yielded 7 winners. So he's going to give Regina Bellissima every opportunity to break through the maiden ranks. And I really do hope she gets it right for the mayor of Eye of Africa, Kevin Hunter. You know, Sam and Washong team up once again. Washong's only winner to date was with Sam in a work rider event. So I'm leaning towards her over Miss Soho. I do believe we'll see out the trip. Her only run over the 7 furlong was in the soft up the straights. She'll get every opportunity to run past the favourite over here, or Regina. I'll make it a 2-horse race over here, Brandon.
Okay, so I think I'm in the same camp. Does look to be a 2-horse race on paper. Obviously, let's go and have a look at these exotics. The bar pot kicks off in the first at 12:30. Let's have a look and see what the guys are doing over here. 3, 4, and 10 in the first leg. Barbanka 3, Barbanka 6. Looks to be 1, 2, and 5. And yeah, you can jot down the rest. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the last being 3 and 7. And the spends 365 times. You can scan the bet. You can take it for as much as you possibly can. If you did did follow the guys yesterday at Hollywood Bets Greyville, you would have a few rand in the back pocket to try and strike this bar pot. Get those bets on. 12:30 is the call time, and we kick off with a Work Riders maiden plate over 1450. All right, welcome back. Race number 2 kicks off the first leg of the place accumulator, and we're looking forward to this race where we've got a short price favourite, and that's going to come in the form of number 3, Existentialist. Rachel Venica gets the ride for Paul Peter. Just to give you the betting, like I say, this is subject to change. Keep watching the betting right up until they start loading. If you are going to be striking a bit early, you would have got 15 to 20 about Existentialist. Number 3, 4, Tre Amicis at 4 to 1. 5, Woodland Ridge has gone 5 to 1, and you can write your price about the rest of them. Let's start with Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, does look a very hard horse to beat over here, Existentialist.
Very hard to beat in this lineup. I think he's going to come back with a bang. He's had the layoff, returned lame on debut. He paced it out with Mercantor up until the 250, and then he shortened his stride late. He's been gelded, 2 draw. He runs with pace. I think the track's going to suit him down to the ground, and I think he'll win.
Short and sweet. That's what we like to hear. The confidence is there. Like I keep saying, we just need one more box to be ticked before we go and take the 15 to 20. Daryl Marie, are we having a bet over here? Obviously, a horse that put up a marvellous debut performance. Been off the track for a little bit, but does look to be the right race.
Yeah, and very important that his pre-race comments prior to his debut were very positive, Brandon. They expected a bold effort from him, and he did just that. He came up for air that final 150 metres. Now, Mercantor came out to win again. Thereafter, he went on to run third in the Mkamas, if I'm not mistaken, grade 2. So the form's been franked. Even the second horse won, Vasilikos. So I'm expecting him to bounce back to what the stable knows he's capable of and break through the maiden ranks today. The danger, I make number 5, Woodland Ridge. Now, he's been rested and gelded too. There wasn't any support for him on debut, but I think he's got the come-on look about him. I've got concerns about Tre Amici. Now, he did show a good pace in his second start, but just behind him on that occasion was a horse called Kite Surfer. In my opinion, he's a very moderate sort. So I'm going to tip them 3 from 5.
All right, so the confidence is there. It does look to be very hard to beat this horse, Existentialist. And yeah, let's go and have a look quickly and see what they're doing in terms of selections. Place accumulator. Darren Burrows has been kind enough to tip us a PA. He's played it almost a straight line over here. Look at this, beautiful. 250 Rand gives it to you 250 times. Banker 3 first leg, Banker 6 second leg, Banker 2 third leg, by 4 in the fourth leg, by Banker 7 in the fifth leg, 4 in the sixth leg, and the last leg being Banker 6. If that arrives, we'll be very happy. We can catch that a few times. All right, what we are going to do though is take you through a rerun. Existentialist showed any amount of pace on debut. We'll go and link up with that and see what happened first time out and hopefully paint the picture for you. You can see with the red and white towards the outside. On the inside is Mercantor, who looks to be a lovely horse from the Stewie Pedigree yard. And just in behind is Vasilikos, the sheepskin noseband with the green. Only about 3 off the leader in Lebanese Pound, with Brittany Maestri Silks is behind that with the pink and white. But yeah, you can see Mercantor goes for home with Diego on the outside. Existentialist is obviously right up there and only gets tired that last bit. You can see just running out of gas and showing signs of greenness. I don't think the field's anything of this quality, and it does look to be a ready-made banker for us when it comes to the first leg of the PA. We're on to the big one this afternoon, and that'll be the first leg of the Pick 6. Race number 3, the Tab 4 Racing app maiden place for fillies and mares over 1,800 metres. 1340 is when those bets need to be on, and I really like the look of a horse over here. I'm just hoping that my guests are in the same camp. We'll come to that in a moment. Let's have a look at the betting quickly. If you are going to be having a bet, number 6, Tulip Tree, is shortened right up. 15 to 20. 1, I'm in Love's gone 9 to 2. 7, Rarotonga Roses at 5 to 1. And at 6 to 1 and better bar those. All right, so we'll start with Darren Burrows. Darren, tell us a bit about this race. Obviously, Tulip Tree has found a lot of market support late.
Very hard to beat this filly Tulip Tree. Last time out, moved up like a winner, and the light of day came back at her on the post to beat her. So I thought she's a winner without a penalty. I think she's going to enjoy the step up to 1,800 meters. Everything in her favor. My second choice will be I'm in Love. third run on the high felt, should have a peak run this time around. 1.5 kilos off her back. She'll be the biggest rival, and Rarotonga Rose for third.
Okay, so Darren Burrows in the same camp as me, Tulip Tree. I tell you what, Daryl, when I had a look at the card early on, when the first nominations were done, I was hoping that this horse would run because we're licking our lips. Last time out, I called the race. It was a cracking ride by Muzi Yeni on light of day, but surely in a race of this nature, it looks very hard to beat.
I make her bank in all bets, Brandon. You know, last time out, I thought she was a little bit unlucky. She drifted to the middle of the track and thereafter finished towards the inside. But I like the fact that there's a stamina on her dam side. Now, her dam's half-sister ran second in the Irish Oaks. That's over 1.5 miles. So I think she's going to love the step up in trip. And in my opinion, her biggest danger is held on form, and that's number 7, Rarotonga Rose. She's got 3 lengths to find, and there's no reason for her to reverse that in such a short space of time. Also, Rarotonga Rose needs to settle in running because she does have a tendency of overdoing it during the running of the race. But if she settles this time around, I do see her running second. I'm in love. That form line, I'm not convinced with. There have been 5 runners. All 5 have run unplaced, so I'm playing to beat her. For me, a bank in all bets. Number 6, Tulip Tree. If she's too short to have a bet on the nose for punters out there, take the exacta 6 from 7.
All right, that's what I love to hear. I love the confidence. Like I say, I was licking my lips when I saw the early part of nominations for this particular race, and Tulip Tree's a horse that I've been waiting for now for quite some time. Been in the black book, does look very hard to beat. I can confirm this horse was 13-10 at about 10 o'clock last night. Now, all of a sudden, 15-20. So the guys have really put the cash down. Let's go and see what we're doing with selections over here. Tulip Tree in the first. The guys are just going to back her up. Obviously, things can happen. This is racing, so they're going wide over here in the first leg. 1, 6, and 7. Not taking chances with Tulip Tree. Second leg, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Third leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Fourth leg, 1, 3, and 7. The fifth leg being 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8. So those are the numbers that you need in the last leg, 1 and 6. 2,250 Rand gives you a full unit. You have got that option of taking percentage betting, so take it for 225 Rand if you want. If you want to take it for 100 Rand, it's entirely up to you. But more importantly, get those pick sixes on and remember to support the totes. It's the first jackpot, race number 4, the www.tab4racing.com, merit rate at 74 handicap. It is over 1,800 meters. 2:15 is when those bets need to be on. A smallish field, but there's obviously value to be had. I'll give you the betting first before we go and get the input of both Daryl Marie and Darren Burrows. The one horse, Don't Touch Me, has gone 5-2 in the market. Suzette and Barcy Fullion, they are here in Johannesburg and will be hoping that they have a winner whilst they're up here on their visit. 5 Blondax at 5-2, 2 Dawn of a New Era at 33-10, and at 7-2 about number 3 Humble Tune, 10s and better. Let's start with Darren Burrows. Darren, obviously great and well done to Suzette and Barcy Fullion. Great people. They cleaned up at the awards yesterday with Captain's Ransom, and they'll be looking to start the day off with a bang. Don't Touch Me. What are we doing?
Well, I'm actually in the camp of another runner, Dawn of a New Era. Now, he's only a one-time winner in 23 starts, but he's racked up 16 places. He's been very close up on so many occasions, but I believe the 1,800 on the inside track is going to suit him down to the ground. Over a mile, he always gets into the race a little bit too late. From a good draw, I think he's going to have every chance of finally racking up his second victory. Blonde Act will be the main danger. He loves the inside track. He's racked up 2 wins from 5 starts and 2 places on the inside track. He'll be the biggest rival. And then Don't Touch Me. There are question marks about the 1,800-meter trip.
Okay, so reading in between the lines, it does look to be a trappy race. Let's get the inputs of Daryl Marie. Daryl, I know that you're quite confident on a horse over here. I know that it looks to be open. Just before we do touch about your selections, well done to Suzette and Barcy Fullion. We know that they're great people, big sporters of the game. They love their racing. Doesn't matter if they win, draw, lose, they're there to scream them home. And good to them. Captain's Ransom yesterday cleaning up.
I don't think you'll find a single person that will say a bad word about them. Bren, a lovely couple, and we need more owners like this, unfortunately, to keep this game going. And good luck to them. Fantastic filly, and she deserved that. So, Yes, very pleased that they won that award. Brandon, Don't Touch Me, he's had 2 starts of the 1800. He hasn't placed in either of those, but there doesn't appear to be much pace in the race, so he likes to go forward, and there is a possibility that he gets the extended trip now. He's done little wrong for his new yard. The last time he was seen on the turf, he was racing off a 67. He's now off a 74. He picked up another penalty for running a place on the poly track. So let's see how he goes today. I've got my doubts over the trip. Now, Dawn of a New Era, he's been disappointing. Although he's consistent and never far off, and he runs his usual race, it's been a long time since he's seen the winner's enclosure, close to 600 days. So I'm playing to beat him. I love the look of Blonde Act. Now, he's an up-and-coming sort. He's certainly going to win his races. And the way he won and he turned it on in his last starts on the inside track, I have to be with him again. I think he's one to follow. He's going to turn out to be a decent stayer.
So what are you telling me? 5-2 value?
I'm actually going all in over here, Brandon. He's a bank in all my jackpots. He's actually a bank in my pick 6 too, and I'm having a nibble.
Oh, beautiful. That's what we like. Bit of value. 5-2 in the market. Trust me, that's not going to last. By the time this goes out, I'm sure it would have shortened up. Good to get the inputs of both Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie, and you just need to get those jackpots on now. Let's go and have a look at the selections quickly. What are we doing? Daryl Marie's tipped to jackpot. He's going to bank a number 5 Blonde Act in the first leg, second leg 1, 2 and 4, third leg 3 and 7, and the last leg 5 and 8. 300 Rand gives it to you 25 times. Don't forget about that code. Open up your cameras, scan the bet, and you can go and spend as much as you possibly want, as long as it's on the tote. I'm going to keep waxing lyrical about that. Please, guys, we need to get the game back alive. We need to support the tote, get pools back again, and overall, it's a win-win for everybody. All right, so jackpot 1 bets need to be on by 2:15, and it's over 1,800 meters. This is one of my favorite bets. Jackpot 2, if you don't know by now. I really enjoy this bet, and hopefully we can catch it a few times this afternoon. Please don't forget about our social media links, and we've got various ways that we'd love to engage with you. We've got Twitter, we've got WhatsApp, YouTube has recently launched, we've got 4racing.tv online if you want to catch everything on Weighted to Win, and then not forgetting channel 240 on DSTV. All right, so we're going to move straight into it. The betting over here, Vanderbilt, who's just been a revelation since he's arrived here on the Highveld. He's enjoyed every minute of it. 22-10 favourite. 1 Sir Michael's gone 33-10. 8 Duke of Rain at 5-1, and it's 11-2 and better bar those. Let's go to Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, wonderful to see Vanderbilt back. Obviously, he hasn't put a foot wrong since he's arrived in Johannesburg. He'll probably go to the front and try and lead them a merry dance. Can he do it again today?
He's done everything right. He was a battling maiden in PE after 6 starts. He joined the Paul Peter stable. They took the tongue tie off. They put a pair of blinkers on him. And he's gone start to finish in all 4 of his starts. And the more his rating jumps, the easier he wins by. So he can't be ignored. He gets the 1.5 kilos allowance. He's probably going to go to the head of affairs and put the field on the stretch. So even though his rating's gone up another, another 8 points from his last start, the allowance, so he's actually gone up 5 if you take off the 1.5 kilos. I think he can follow up in this company. I made the dangers Sir Michael, Barney's Pride, and Leopold.
Okay, so Vanderbilt looking to strike again. Obviously, a horse that's done nothing wrong here in Johannesburg, and a change is as good as a holiday. Yeah, Daryl, I think he's arrived from Port Elizabeth. Things have just worked out for him, and he's probably going to go to the front. Catch me if you can, but I don't think it's going to be as easy today.
Brandon, I took him on last time out, and he put me in my place. He's been winning well. You can't fault him, except for the fact that he's incurred another maximum penalty of £8. He's going to go out once again and stretch them out. Personally, I think he might be better on a more galloping track, but he's going to be out in front on the inside track, and they're going to have to go and fetch him. I'm not taking him on again. I have healthy respect for him because, like Darren touched on, he's been winning well. 2 to include from our side. Now, I know Barney's Pride is held by Sir Michael, but I do believe Barney's Pride will reverse that for him. He's only a kilogram better for a 3-length beating, so on paper he can't. But I watched the replay of that start at the Vol, and he had to work very hard to overcome that wide draw, and the race didn't really pan out for him. So I'm hoping from a neat draw he can just slot in behind Vanderbilt and possibly get first run on Sir Michael. So I'm leaning towards him to reverse that form. But I do respect Sir Michael himself. He's having his third run for his new yard. Won extremely well last time out. He quickened up well. And if they go very hard and they're coming back to the field, he'll be there to pick up the pieces and flash up late. In no particular order, 1, 2, and 4.
All right, so it is obviously going to be a bit tougher now for this horse, Vanderbilt. He keeps climbing in the ratings, but I'll tell you, he keeps impressing. Last time out, I thought he had it all to do, and went off to the front and just couldn't catch him. He's a resolute galloper, is Vanderbilt, and he'll try and adopt those same tactics on the inside track today. Let's go and see what they're doing in terms of selections. What are we doing in Jackpot 2? Quite wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 in the first leg. Second leg, 1, 3, and 7. Third leg, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8. The last leg, 1 and 6. And the spend is 300 Rand to give it to you twice. And remember, you have got that option of spending as much as you can afford. Don't be put under pressure to spend 300 Rand, but just make sure that you have some sort of interest over here when it comes to the Jackpot 2, because that's one of my favorite bets, and you can make some good money. Get those bets on 14.50 the off time, and it's over 1,600 meters. So welcome back to Waiter to Win. We move along to race number 6, and this is an intriguing race, a race that I'm probably been looking forward to the whole afternoon because there's 1 or 2 improvers, a bit of quality over here. Let's go and have a look at the betting first before we move along to our guests. I'll tell you what, the betting over here has Faraway Winter at 2-1. I think it's probably a bit more open than that, but 7 Faraway Winters at 2-1, 3 Moonshining Through at 5-2, 1 It's About Time at 7-2, and at 7-1 About Miss Daisy. You can get 8s and better. Let's go to Darren Burrows on the line. Darren, what are we doing over here? It's a very nice race because if you have a look on paper, there's 1 or 2 horses looking to improve. 2-1 Faraway Winter, also a horse that's improving with each and every run.
I thought this horse Faraway Winter, I think he's on the up. I think he's a very smart sprinter. Last time out over the 1160, he had his head twisted and he was over racing. And they tried to restrain him slightly, and that's why he didn't find the final 100. If he's let loose from the start, from a good draw, 1,000 meters, I think he could blow this field away because I think he has got that kind of ability. But you've got to respect horses like Moonshining Through, returns after a lengthy layoff, maybe would prefer a little bit further. And a horse like It's About Time, he's got his breathing problems, but he's consistent and he should be thereabouts.
All right, thank you very much, Darren. Great to get that input. And there's a bit of quality on paper over here. Let's go to Daryl Marie quickly. Let's see what you like. I think It's About Time must be some sort of a runner. I mean, you'd probably agree with me that the inside track, I think more his game. We know he's got his breathing issues. And then you've got that horse Faraway Winter, who looks to be all the rage. Good run, I thought, last time out because the winner was super impressive.
Yeah, and the stable rates him highly. On the other side of the coin, Johan Janssen van Vuren's got a line-up form with Tuscan Winter and Moonshining Through. So you'll more or less know what to expect from Faraway Winter. Now, this is a graduation plate, and the 3 joint best weighted happen to be Miss Daisy, Moonshining Through, and Sheldon. Now, if you have a look at the comments in the front of the computer form, Johan Janssen van Vuren says, with regards to number 3, Moonshining Through, special filly, massive runner. Sheldon, quartet chance. So Moonshining Through is certainly the stable elect. And then Miss Daisy, I think the 1,000 meters on the inside track will be too quick for her. So at the weights, you have to be favoring Moonshining Through. Whereas Faraway Winter's only a net 86. He's 10 pounds out with Moonshining Through. So I'm leaning towards Moonshining Through, but Faraway Winter's going to be track and trip suited. He's got the racing fitness on his side, and he's certainly going to have first run on Moonshining Through. So a two-corner contest for myself. Moonshining Through's form line. Team Gold came out to win from there. Third in that race was Captain Lannister. Now, he ran third in the Classic. So that's decent form. She beat quite a strong field in her second start. Very, very interesting race, like you mentioned, Brandon. The best race on the card.
Lovely. All right, so that's going to be one of the races that we need to watch. Obviously, there's one or two that are going to put up their hand to win bigger races coming up. I know that Faraway Winter has always been held in high regard, and then you've got the unbeaten Moon Shining Through, who's returning from a break. And as you heard from Daryl Marie's comments, and a big thank you to him, comments coming through from Johan is that a lovely horse and obviously a massive runner this afternoon. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to have a look at the selections quickly. Let's see what they're doing over here. They're going to take an exacta boxed 1, 3, and 7. 1, 3, and 7, so that's It's About Time, Moon Shining Through, and 7, Faraway Winter. 120 Rand, we'll give it to you 20 times. Don't forget, there's that code for you. Open up those cameras, scan the bet, and it'll take you directly to the Tab 4 Racing app, that new lovely app that's been launched that's very easy to use, especially if you're a racing purist. All right, so there's the spend, 120 Rand. Don't forget about that exacta box that the guys have tipped, and hopefully we can make some money. Bets need to be on by 15.25. We move along to the next live race at Turffontein, and again, a very good race on paper. Race number 7, it's over 1,200 meters. Your favorites, number 8, Kiss Me Captain over here, 33-10. 4, No Time Is Taken at 7-2. 5, Special Variety at 15-4. On cue, number 1 at 6-1 with the 2, Golden Aspen. And then Love Bite, number 3 is at 12-1. An interesting race, Darren. I'll start with you. Obviously, Kiss Me Captain was super impressive first time out. No weight on the back, a little bit of a step up in class, but untapped. I think there's any amount of ability with this horse.
Yes, she could be anything in this lineup, and with only 52.5 kilos, she could go close. But I am leaning towards No Time Is Taken. Now, when step back in trip in her last couple of starts, she's found consistency. Last time out behind Golden Aspen, she was beaten a length and a half. She's now 3.5 kilos better off at the weight with Golden Aspen on this run. So it should bring them close together. If not, put No Time Is Taken ahead of Golden Aspen. And then Special Variety. If she wasn't drawn 9 from 9, she would have been my first choice. But it's not going to be easy from the draw. She will be running on at the finish.
Okay, so quite an open race. There's a few horses that are going to need some luck, as you heard from Darren. Daryl, obviously a race that a horse like Special Variety, she would have her chances. I know that I did the bundle last time on this horse. Just didn't really raise a gallop. But from that draw, I don't know what you think of it. I mean, she's a dropout sort of a horse, but she also doesn't help you in the early parts of the race. So you don't want her turning for home a good 12 lengths off them.
That's not going to happen today. It's a small field, Brandon. She's only got another 8 runners ahead of her. She might be 4 lengths maximum turning for home, and that's going to be key because she is capable of turning it on. She does have a good finishing burst. In a penultimate start, she beat the likes of Golden Aspen, right? By 2.5 lengths, and she's 2 kilograms better off. So you have to favor her over Golden Aspen. Kiss Me Captain, like you touched on, you said she could be anything. She certainly has got a lot more to offer. She showed a lot of pace on debut. She does try the bend, but she's only got 52.5 to shoulder. That form line we have seen being franked with Outlaw and Rose Velvet winning from there. And her half-brother got a trip. So if this isn't still on the sharp side for her in her handicap debut, she could go back-to-back. I respect her. But I'm leaning towards Special Variety. She contested a strong event last time out. It was an MR91. She plummets in class. And what's key is she won't be far back turning for home. So I think she'll get there in the dying strides.
All right, Special Variety. Obviously, a good bunch of owners. I say that tongue-in-cheek. They're lovely people. And, they had a good winner out at the Vaal on Tuesday. Well, that was Beltway. Good to have Kelly Haddon involved over here. Also watching back in KZN. They love their racing. They absolutely love the sport, and that's what it's all about. And it's a young vibe, which is great. So well done to all concerned. And we'll be screaming home Special Variety for various connections. And, of course, for Ashley and Andrew Fortune. They've really had a wonderful season. 200 for Ash just the other day. And I'm sure with the season starting again, they'll be looking to break their record. So well done to all concerned. Special Variety is probably going to be the selection at a decent price. Let's go and have a look at what the guys are doing from weighted to win over here. They're going to take the quartet boxed. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8. 120 Rand gives it to you. So 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8 is the quartet boxed, and it looks to be a lovely race on paper. I think we need to watch this horse, Kiss Me Captain, as well, who won a very good race first time out and only got 52.5 on the back. For now, though, we're going to have a look at the betting one more time. I just want to refresh the imagination of everybody out there. Kiss Me Captain, 33-10. 10. No Time Is Taken gone 7-2. I know Deshni has recently got involved with No Time Is Taken, so well done to her. Good to see that there's new blood coming in terms of sponsors and obviously ownership. That's what the sport of racing needs. Special varieties at 15-4 and at 6-1 and better bar those. Interesting race. 4 o'clock is the off time and it's over 1,200 meters. Race number 8, 16:35 is the off time. It's over 1,450 meters. The next turffontein race meeting will be Thursday, the 1st of September. Can't believe I've even said that. How time flies. But the 1st of September is our next turffontein race meeting, and this is a maiden plate. Let me give you the betting first, and we'll go and get the input of both Darren Burrows and Daryl Marie. Ignatius is your 15-10 favourite. 1 Big 5 at 5-2. 2 All Around the World at 5-1. And you can write your ticket around the rest of them, just as look to be an open race. Obviously, Ignatius, a horse that looks to improve after running 6th first time out. And then Big 5, who I know me and various other punters out there really thought got the job done last time out. But let's go and chat to Darren Burrows. Darren, what do we make of this race? 15-10 about Ignatius. Are you going to be diving in to get out of it?
I think we can have a strike on the source Ignatius. On debut, he was detached going through the 600. He was tailed off a distance behind, and he absolutely took off to run 3.5 lengths off on debut. Take note, he has been gelded. I know in the computer form it doesn't show that. He has been gelded, and he's going to enjoy the step up to 1450. I'm just hoping he's put in the race early and he's not too far back turning for home, and he's got an electrifying turn of foot. So I think he's got a bit of quality about him, and I think he'll go very close to winning over horses like Big 5 and All Around the World.
Okay, so that's confidence coming through from Darren about Ignatius. Just having a look at this horse. I mean, first time out came from an impossible position. My one concern, though, first time around the bend, awkward sort of a draw, because if he's a half a length slow into stride, he's going to be a long way back. Do you make this a strike?
Brandon, I wish I could have a bet in running, because you'll know your fate early. If he's put into this race, I do believe he'll win it quite comfortably. Let's hope he's learnt a lot from his debut efforts and he's not outpaced on this occasion. Darren touched on key points. He's been gelded now. His half sister is Phoenix. She loves a mile, 1,400 miles, so he's going to appreciate the step up in trip. I just hope that he's not stuck behind 1 or 2 horses with no chance, because there are a few over here that are going to be struggling to get into contention. In 6 months' time, he will not be parading with any of these in the field. He'll certainly turn out to be the best horse progressing from this race. So he is the horse to beat. Big 5, now he's clearly knocking at the door very loudly. He's going to get it right sooner or later. But he's a moderate sort in himself. If things go pear-shaped for the favourite, he should be there to pick up the pieces. If you're playing a trifecta and quartet, Brandon, you have to include the likes of All Around the World. I know he's held on form, but the blinkers have been removed, and he does have a tendency of overdoing it. So if he can settle in running, he'll be in full trifecta position. And one for the quartets, Brandon. Number 7, Kentalon Bay. He's got the come-on look about him, and he's going to be my 4th pick in this race. So in order, 6, 1, 2, 7.
Didn't you think Big 5 got there last time, Dan?
I did. I was shocked. Even in the slow-mo, I thought he got his head down, but my glasses aren't thick enough.
I've been there down that road before, where you're screaming home a horse, think gets there, boom, you start celebrating. I picked up Lyle, we were hugging, and everything was going well until the judge posted the numbers. I was
furious.
Gutted.
I missed Bypots that day. I went with the Paul Peter runner. He got nabbed on the post. Piteka, or what's it?
Yes, Piteka, that's right.
Piteka, yeah. So we were in opposite camps and we were both fuming.
Now, funny story, whilst we got onto the last race, I had an all-to-go running once, and my producer was witness of it. We're going into the last leg, all to come, 6 horses, put it together, and I needed Ryan Moore to run a place for me. There were only, 7 horses in the race. He went 5 lanes clear. I turned off the TV, only to find out in the post-race results that the horse had unfortunately come down with about 20 meters to go. And Ryan I think Ryan beat the horse a short head in the finish, because they both went sliding across the line together. And yeah, it was gut-wrenching. But that's the game. We love it. We live for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
The
these
highs
things can
and the
happen.
lows, Brandon.
Absolutely. And there's more lows than highs. But we love the sport of racing. And I know the punting public also really enjoy it. So let's go and have a look quickly at these selections. Let's go and see what the guys have done for the lucky last. There you can see Darren Burrows is going strong. Ignatius. If they have in-running play over here, you'll know your fate quite early. If he comes out and he's put in the race quickly, he'll be very hard to beat. But if he's a half a length slow into stride, he may just battle to make up the ground this afternoon, especially that the penetrometer reading is at 21. All right, so what we're going to do is quickly go and have a look at a rerun to wrap off proceedings. And I'll come back and say thank you to my guests. Now, I don't think we can really see where this horse is. For now, you can't even see the horse in the shot that we're looking for, Ignatius. This is not going to paint the picture for us. There's Texas Red running a lovely race. Now, there's Ignatius, the sheepskin noseband, the white blaze, the red body, and the blue cap. You can see now starting to learn the trade late and really stays on nicely under Gavin Larena. And I think if he comes out running today, he's going to be a massive runner. So Ignatius really making up a stack of ground that last bit. You can see hitting the line best of all. And that does look to be one of the horses that we need to follow when it comes to the lucky last race today. But it's been great being with you. It's really been an honor and a pleasure being with you. Obviously, thanks very much to Darren Burrows. Darren, thanks so much for your time as always. Hopefully it's a good card because we lead up into what looks to be a nice weekend of racing.
Yes, I've done my homework for the weekend, and I think we've got a lot of winners lined up for the viewers.
Okay, lovely. So that's something to follow. We'll be watching closely. Daryl, thanks very much. I know that you guys do a lot of hard work behind the scenes and not enough credits given. I know that we take a lot of flack for tipping, but to find one win on an 8-race card, you've done well.
Yeah, whoever tells you this game is easy is lying, Brandon. So we do our homework and we can just hope that the cards fall in our favor.
Beautiful. All right, thanks very much to the guys. It's really great to be in the hot seat, and we hope that you've enjoyed this Waited to Win segment with us. It's been a great pleasure. Thanks to you as the punter as always. Without you, the sport of racing is nothing. Keep supporting the totes, and we'll chat again soon from all of us here in the studios. Goodbye.